Alright, we're back here for match 3. Pretty clear mulligan. One lander. Yeah. Nothing too much to say about that. This is a pretty bad hand, but I think we have to keep. Like I said in the last round, any hand that has lands on 6, you're just in so much trouble if you get a 5. Hope Scry exactly harnessed lightning to the top, so pretty lucky. And we're on the draw. We'll see what our opponent's up to. Mountain Bomat Courier. Alright, so it's going to be probably an aggressive black-red deck, maybe an aggressive mono-red deck. You see that sometimes on Moto. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it in paper, but actually does kind of look like what we might be dealing with. Or maybe just like, he might just have a light splash for this grounder. This hand is obviously really bad against the start like this. Radiant Flame's is a really good draw, though. So I'm going to take damage from these again. And then I'm going to cast Radiant Flames and hope that Harness Lightning and this later game Confirm can get me in the right spot. And hopefully he casts something here. If he doesn't cast something, then we're going to Radiant Flames. We're going to end up taking 3 anyhow, which kind of sucks. And he's not going to. I think it's just still going to be the right play to just fire off Radiant Flames here. Another Harness Lightning is pretty good. Just go ahead and fire this off. And we're going to get hit by Scrap Heap down to 11. Oh, he might. Is he going to discard his hand? I'm not sure what else he could be doing. Oh, he's got Fiery Temper too. Well, I guess we end up taking 3 either way from this. Oh, his hand was 4 mountains and a Fiery Temper. Okay. Well, it does make the Harness Lightning worse, but it's still not that bad. Or it does make the Radiant Flames worse. Still not that bad, though. Because he doesn't get to play the Scrounger and the Courier there. We'll see how good these 4 cards that he got this turn were. And neither of those are too good. I don't really like Neonate in this deck. In the other black-red deck, the like Graveyard deck, it's a little different. I'm going to play Mountain. Probably going to fire off 2 Harness Lightnings this turn. It's a good chance. Because basically all I want to do here is just kind of protect my life total. And if he has a Neonate, I don't really care about that. He can have all the Neonates he wants. So probably what's about to happen is I'm going to Harness Lightning. I mean, I could even just get hit by the Apprentice. I don't really have too much of an incentive to kill it right now. Because if I kill it, then he gets a Scrounger back. So I mean, I have to grind through this Scrounger at some point. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to take 2. I might still cast the Harness Lightning on his end step. Because he can't always sack the Neonate to get the Scrounger back. He's going to play a Falconwrath Gorger. Okay. Not really sure about that one, but it seems like he's pretty heavy into the 1-drops. Now I'm just going to go ahead and untap here. Because I think basically what's going to happen is I'm going to end up picking up this Neonate for free. Because he's going to sack it to get back the Scrounger. The Gate is not really the best draw I've ever seen. Hopefully, he doesn't have the Bloodhole Priest or what? Fury Blade Vampire. All right, this guy is very all in on his aggression here. I guess he decided not to pay the madness on that. He just wants to get the Scrounger back. That doesn't bother me. I think I'm going to kill the Apprentice and the Gorger and just take 3. It kind of sucks. But really my only real way to deal with this is Gear Hulk. Or just like Void Shattering it on the way down. But that clearly didn't happen. So hopefully his hand's not too great. I've really never seen a deck like this before. And he's got a second Scrounger, which is just the actual best card he could have cast. And we're dead. Alright. I would expect this to get better for us post board. This confirmed suspicion is really bad in this type of matchup where he's just got like a bunch of. I mean, there's just nothing that's really worth countering in his deck. So rejection. I do like rejection if they have like multiple targets. There's no way this deck doesn't have Copter in it. So we're gonna get out the really clunky counter spells. Negate definitely needs to go. Rebuff's not the best, but it's fine. And then this last cut is between a Painful Truths or a Void Shatter. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm going to cut a Painful Truths. Which, like I said in the last round, I don't really love doing. Because it really does, like, it makes our end game a lot worse. But it's also going to be hard to actually fire this off on turn 3 against a deck that's just full of, like, 1-drops and Fury Blade Vampires and stuff. Definitely like to play first. We got a Keeper, so that's good. We got a hand that definitely wants us to fire off turn 3 Painful Truths also. Like I said before, is not exactly what we want. I'm not going to play the Wandering Funeral. I want to play the Evolving Wilds, because then we can get our Sunken Hollow into play on turn 3 untapped and cast the Painful Truths. Like, if we play Funeral, then we can't, with the lands that we have, we can't cast Harness Lightning into Painful Truths. So, that's just kind of something that I guess you pick up after you play a 3-color deck for a while. And Bomat Carrier. I think this card's terrible. People love this card. I just don't think this card's good at all. I could be wrong. It's also not really the kind of cards that I like to play, or like these low impact 1-drops. As you can see based on my hand. I'd much rather just play like stuff that actually has like significant impact on the game. So really hope he casts Copter here. I will totally reject a I'm blanking on the name of the stupid 2/2 that comes back. Scrap Heap Scrounger. I'll reject that too. This is a situation where I do think, like against a deck like this, I do want to just fire this off on anything it can counter. Yeah, but he does have Copter, which it's awesome that we have rejection for that. And then now we're going to Painful Truths, not have to discard. And we're just going to have 7 cards in hand. That's going to be pretty good. All our land's coming to play tap now, but like I said, now we've just got a full grip, and basically, unless this thing gets up to like 5 or 6 cards, I don't really care about it. At the point in time where it gets up to 5 or 6 cards, and that does become kind of brutal. What happens if you disallow this? Oh man. So Aether Revolt has a card called Disallow in it, which is it's counter target spell, activated or triggered ability. Against this thing, you still discard your hand and you just don't get the cards. So card clearly is going down a lot. Once our counter spell of choice changes, something that's really effective against it. Alright, so I can pick this thing off for free this turn. I mean, like, without him getting the cards this turn. And that does seem pretty worthwhile to me. And I'm probably gonna play a tap land and use Disintegration. It's because my mana efficiency is gonna be really important here. So yeah, we'll get the Fumarole into play. We're just gonna main phase this. Because like I said, I really don't want it to get up to like a ton of cards. I don't want to be able to get like, 4 cards, 5 cards off of it or whatever. And the prototype I'm clearly just not really concerned with at the moment. It's got Key to the City. This card's actually not bad against this type of deck, because we actually do want to block at some point. I discarded a Scrounger, but he doesn't have the mana to bring it back. Harness Lightning is a good draw. So I'm going to play Tap Land because I want to play Gear Hulk next turn. I probably will just kill the stupid Apprentice. I guess it kind of depends on what he does with his mana here. Yeah, after he draws the card, I'm probably just going to Harness Lightning it. I'm really not sure what the advantage of like building your deck in this like lower to the ground type of way is. It really just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Now I'm gonna kill this thing, and I'm gonna anticipate. I guess I could have waited till beginning combat just in case he does have like 2 plays. I'm still just going to anticipate here. I could fire off Harness Lightning. Wouldn't be unreasonable to do that. Trying to think, because basically this guy's going to be online, and then if he has 2 guys in play, he can't Key to the City both of them, so I'm going to be able to block one with Gear Hulk. So that will make me want to have Anticipate, because I want something in the yard other than a removal spell, because the removal spell is kind of just forcing him to activate Key. So I'm going to Anticipate into all lands. I'm just going to take an untap land. I'm going to take Swamp in case I draw Essence Extraction. This is like the exact matchup that Essence Extraction's for. And we'll just play Island, say go. So he has the choice to pay 2 here. If he does, he probably can't get the prototype online, because he's going up to 3 cards. He'd have to have land, spell, I guess he just has to have land and spell to get this on, because he could discard one card to this. Or I guess he could discard a card to the key too. He actually, yeah, just having anything gets him there. So we'll see if he discards. He did. He discarded another Scrounger. Scroungers don't really stack that well. So now that he's done this, now I pretty much just get to blow him out in combat. I guess he didn't really think about what would happen if I had Gear Hulk here. Or I guess he could still just like not really attack. Okay, so he is playing around Gear Hulk. And I'm gonna Disintegration. It's just free damage. And I kind of am priced in erasing at this point. Because all of these Scroungers are eventually going to matter. So let's see. There's no reason to play an untap land here. Other than Glimmer into a 3-drop that I would rather cast than Harness Lightning, which seems pretty unlikely that would happen. I'm not sure if it makes sense. Yeah, if I was gonna actually, I should have thought about that a little more, because if I wanted to attack with the Fumarole, I should have played an untap land. But now that I didn't, I definitely don't want to. I guess I'll have to look at that spot a little more in depth. I don't want to waste a bunch of time looking at it right now. But I should have thought about that a little more. I was thinking about Fumarole just being a blocker. So basically he's going to bring back a Scrounger. So I can block one of his 2 guys and then key the other one and kill the other one, the one that he keys. Or if he like lets me go to blocks or whatever, I'll just block one and then key the other one, or kill the other one. Anyhow. So I do have to hit him with Fumarole at some point. If I want to keep the clock nice and low. I'm totally fine with this. That's just a burn spell that can't go with my Fumarole. So I'm going to activate this. I'd prefer that I be able to block the Scrounger. I prefer that if he keys the Fury Blade Vampire. Yeah, I'm glad that was the way that this happened. Because otherwise I'd have to like either just chump with the Fumarole or trade and take 3. Wherever this way, it's just a bounce. And then I get to cast my Harness Lightning. So we're going to block here. And then we're going to Harness Lightning this guy. Yeah, and then I probably am just going to attack with Fumarole this turn, because like I said, I really do want to have him dead on the following turn. Well, Radiant Flames changes that, because now on the next turn I can Radiant Flames and then activate and attack him and kill him. And I don't want to die to just a top deck incendiary flow. So we're just gonna hit for 5, put him down to 7. And we also can, we do still have the out of just drawing unlicensed disintegration to kill him next turn also. But I don't think there's anything in his deck that lives through Radiant Flames. Nothing that I've seen lives through Radiant Flames other than Lupine Prototype. Which I guess Lupine Prototype would be good. Probably didn't think enough about that. And I'm going to activate Fumarole here. For sure. And I get to Glimmer as well. Alright, he just scooped him up. We could have died to unlicensed disintegration there. But I don't think there was really any other way to play it that made sense. I think I pretty much still like our configuration. The rejections just look better every game. The key to the city was like not good for him that game, so he sometimes people were like really results oriented about individual cards. So it's possible that he boards it out and rejections get a little worse, but just the 3 other things that I'm like sure of is in his deck, in the courier, the scrounger, and copter. That's enough, because all I really want to do here is be as mana efficient as possible. Like if I thought negate had like an adequate number of targets, I'd play that over Void Shatter. Same thing with Transgress or Tears, but I don't think any of the 2 mana spells that are in my sideboard are reliable enough. So Void Shatter is basically what we're gonna have to stick with. This is one of the big differences between my deck and most of the like blue-red X control decks is that I don't have Galvanic Bombardment in the 75, and this is where you miss it for sure. You want to have really efficient removal spells, but I don't think these decks are really popular, so. This hand is pretty bad. Doesn't have a removal spell, doesn't have any kind of interaction at all. Our first spell we're casting is on turn 4, and it's not affecting the board, so I think we got a mulligan. This hand's better. This is a pretty good 6 here. Put that on top. Really, we just want to draw Radiant Flames, like a lot of them. This wastes a ton of his time. I'm trying to think if it actually matters whether I play Sunken Hollow or just untap land. 13 minutes. I probably should just make a choice then. I'm just gonna play this. If there's actually no reason to do one or the other, it'd be better to play Mountain, because it bluffs, which, like I said before, isn't really a huge deal, but if you can do it at no cost, it's correct. So other land's fine. This deck, Copter's not nearly as good in this deck as it is in blue-white, because he can't protect it at all. He's just gonna crew it Like, I mean, he'll probably cast something and then crew it, and then, but Harness Lightning's just gonna kill it. I don't think there's a spell in the format he could have here that saves Copter. Maybe I should have let this resolve. I don't know. It's also possible, like, if only in theory, that he could not have a million Scrap Heap Scroungers. He doesn't have really any sort of manipulation. I really dislike this play. I don't know what the contents of his hand could be to where I would think that this play made sense. That's just giving up value with this guy. Now you gotta discard something else to this next turn. And the clock is not like, it's not good. It's not good against any removal spells. Oh wow. Alright, well that was a nice pickup. Oh, he was F6 too, didn't even get to neonate. I mean, there's no reason for me to think that he would have wanted to if he could. Okay, I'm at 12. Alright. Yeah, we're looking to be in pretty good shape this game. Need to find a card draw spell. But yeah, if he just like ever misses at all. I'm trying to decide whether it makes sense to just kill this now. I think it does. I think I'm just going to disintegrate it. Well, wait, hold on. He has Lupine Prototype, which is just a 2-mana 5/5 at this point. So I'm going to Harness Lightning it instead. I don't want to let him activate the key. Like, if he just draws a land or whatever. Alright, Anticipate's good. I'm just going to fire this off now. If I find Painful Truths, I'll cast it. If I find a bunch of lands, I'm just going to take one that comes into play untapped. And we'll pass the turn. I'm not sure the series of draws that it would take. He probably has either a land or a burn spell here. Those are kind of the only things that would really make sense for him to have. And a non-Foreboding Ruins land, too. If he had Foreboding Ruins, he would just play that. You can't activate key with no targets. Yeah, his draw has been pretty bad here. But, I mean, also, like, I don't know. Maybe his draw was more average than bad. He just didn't have Scrounger. And we're going to have a 5/6. I don't think there's anything that he could really have that would kill this here. So you still have to. Oh, it's up to. Oh, really? All right. Okay, I guess I was wrong about this. I also don't care about taking 3. I guess that maybe he's boarded with that in mind, where he wants to just burn me out or whatever. Really looking for Painful Truths or Glimmer. Found Painful Truths. Go any order on that. I just need to get cards in my hand. Is there any chance? No. I'd rather have Sunken Hollow than any other land here. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now I can just counter whatever he plays this turn if he plays anything, and then we're just gonna be killing him with Gear Hulks pretty fast. He's gonna be dead the following turn. Like 2 of our turns from now, he's gonna be dead. Yeah, this guy's fine. Fine. Well, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can cast Gear Hulk and hold up Rejection next turn. I really want to cast Gear Hulk next turn. Honestly, I can just get hit by this guy too, so I'm just gonna let this happen. Or he can jump block if he wants to. I don't care about that either. And I'm gonna anticipate. We can't die, so, and being at 1 is pretty similar to being at 4 or whatever. So, and essence extraction is probably gonna about finish this off. Once we gain this life, we're gonna be pretty untouchable. And I'm not gonna worry about killing him right away now. I'm not gonna worry about trying to force this Gear Hulk into play. I'm just gonna kill this thing, go up to 9, and that gain 3 life is kind of like Time Walk against him at this point. It's even a little better. It's just like counters one of his spells. Yeah, and I'm feeling pretty safe here. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. Chose not to activate. We're going to untap and draw. Another ejection's pretty good. We're a little crimped on red mana. Not sure if I want to disintegration his guy or just let him jump. I don't know that it really matters that much either way. I'm just gonna kill this. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty safe here. It looks like he's just scooping. Yeah. Alright, so that's match 3. We're 2-1 now. And I think I'm going to do 5. I'm pretty happy that we've had, like, at least pretty competitive decks so far in these 2-mans. The leagues have just been dead. Everybody's just waiting for the Revolt to come out. I mean, I'm no exception, but that's kind of why I'm doing this. Things are a little stale on Magic Online right now. With the Vintage Cube is down, and like you can just kind of only play dead formats. So I figured I'd do and I hate Modern, so I figured I'd do a video. Just kind of wrap up the format a little bit. And all right, well, we'll be back for match 3.